Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll be showing the configuration steps and a brief demo of the Slack spoke for ServiceNow Integration Hub. ServiceNow Integration Hub is a simple way to streamline integrations using built-in spokes for various solutions. Integration Hub is a separate subscription package that needs to be activated for your instance. Integration Hub has several subscription levels, but the starter level is available for all ServiceNow customers. If you've integrated ServiceNow with Slack previously, you've probably used the Slack webhooks spoke. The new Slack spoke allows for extended capabilities using the Slack API and includes channel management and user management out of the box, in addition to the messaging capabilities. Because we're using the Slack API, additional capabilities can be built to further extend the functionality. This table shows the Slack application scope permissions required to use the out-of-the-box functionality. Over on my Slack workspace, I'm logged in as a workspace admin, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new app and name it ServiceNow OAuth and apply it to my workspace. Here is the webhooks integration that a lot of you have probably used for previous integrations. Under application permissions, we need to configure two items. First, we're going to set a redirect URL. That URL is going to be the instance URL /OAuth_redirect.do. Obviously, replace this with your instance URL. Now we are going to add the permission scopes that we looked at in the table earlier. So we start with admin and then the remainder of the permissions for channel and user management. And once that's complete, I will go ahead and install the app to my workspace, at which time the workspace will alert you that you're about to authorize the app to administer your workspace as well as post as you. Two other things to take note of in the Slack configuration are back on the basic information tab, and we'll need to plug these in on the ServiceNow side. We need the client ID and the client secret, so copy those to a secure location for the next step. Okay, now you can follow the ServiceNow documentation to configure the spoke on the instance. Navigate to System OAuth, Application Registries, and create a new registry to connect to a third-party OAuth provider. Fill in the name, the client ID, client secret, as well as the authorization URL, the token URL, and the redirect URL that we used earlier on the Slack configuration. Go ahead and save this configuration, and we're going to add some entries to the OAuth entity scopes. This step is not listed in the documentation and is the primary reason I'm making this video. These will be the same application scopes that we configured in Slack permissions. So admin, channels right, groups right, etc. After we've added the entries to the entity scopes, we can apply them to the Slack default profile. Now we'll navigate to Integration Hub credentials, create a new credential, and then a new connection on the connection and credentials alias. If you're running a Madrid instance, then the Slack connection and credential alias should already be listed. So you just need to add a new HTTPS connection record and reference the credential that you built in the previous step. At this point, our connection and our credential have been built and associated, so we need to go ahead and get the initial OAuth token. This will again prompt for the permissions that we're about to apply to our workspace. You'll notice that the original token will expire in about 30 minutes. So what we need to do is go to System OAuth, Manage Tokens, and extend the expiration on the initial token. So just go ahead and drill down into that token and change the expiration date to whatever you want, some date in the future. All right, so now it's going to be demo time. This is a very basic flow that I built to showcase the channel creation and user management functionality within the Slack spoke. Normally, you would probably maybe add the entire assignment group to a Slack channel, or perhaps the change advisory board members, and then leverage bot capabilities or slash commands to capture that interaction from the channel. The change I'll be testing with, you'll notice, is assigned to Taylor Vreeland. And as we take a look at Taylor's Slack space, you'll note that he's only a member of the general and random channels prior to testing the change. And back on our Slack space, you'll notice that Taylor has been added to a change channel that has been created by Mike, the workspace admin, and Mike has posted the change details to the channel as well. So that's been a really simple demo of the Slack spoke for ServiceNow Integration Hub configuration, as well as a very simple use case. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching the video. If you've got feedback, please leave it in the comments below.